What's up, Bet Win Repeat? It's me, Detroit Lenny, here on a Friday. Around to find out Friday. How you feeling, folks? I'm a couple minutes late, and I got no reason. I was just sitting here scrolling my phone, and then I looked up, and I was like, "Oh, it's 1:03 or 4:03 on the East Coast, whatever." Happy Friday, folks! We are live and in full effect. We had a good day yesterday. Let me refresh here a second. My guy Stop Geo always in the house. What up, though? Yesterday, 4.5 units hit that parlay of the day with Cal and Zaga. And I'll be honest with you, today's parlay of the day is already kicked off. A lot of early college basketball. We were on Michigan State minus the 5.5 is the number I ended up getting it at. They win by 10. No doubt winner. Never a doubt, baby. Go green, go white. Might have also added them. Might have. I sent this to our guy Stop Geo. I sent it to him on Twitter. I'm like, it's the degenerate parlay of the day. The Detroit degenerate parlay of the day. Spartans, Red Wings +2, alternate spread +2, minus 160-ish, whatever, in a parlay. MSU money line. Might have thrown the Tigers in there for little, because it's Friday, because it's F around and find out Friday. So why not? And I don't think the Tigers tip off. I'm on basketball. Not tip off. I don't think the Tigers play till like 6 Eastern. So like 3. And they're playing the Pirates, whatever. You know, I'm just messing around finding out on that. But I got, the Red Wings +2 and the Spartans money line plus 115. So let's hope our Red Wings stay kind of, I don't want to say hot because they just beat Buffalo Sabres, but they play competitively against, which is going to be a tough game for them in Carolina. So, and I mean, Carolina's good. So this is a game. Every game's a must win for the Red Wings, in my opinion. So we're going back at it there. And but yesterday, Utah State late over UNLV, no doubt winner. Oklahoma plus points, straight up, almost won that game outright against Kentucky. Almost won that game outright, but we had them +7, so they lose by 1. We're good. We had the Capitals and the Blackhawks yesterday, both plus money, plus 105, plus 100. Neither showed up. Sacramento forgot to play against the Warriors, who are beginning to look dominant, like old dominant. And we'll see how that plays off closer to playoffs. Arizona, we were on though over Kentucky. Or Kansas, not Kentucky, Kansas. That was a no doubt winner there. We had the Bulls, we had the Rangers. We lost Edmonton. We had a lot yesterday. We did hit our 3-team parlay though. Utah State, North Carolina, and Purdue. Bang, bang, bang. That was nice, plus 125. So plus money on some parlays is where we're at. We already cashed Michigan State, like I said. We already cashed Wichita State. They lose by 3, but we had them +9. Could have got that. I think it finished at 8.5. I got it at 9. Whatever. Shop your lines. Either way, they lose by 3. It's cash. We had Auburn, Mississippi State over. That didn't come close. It didn't come close. We had it over 156, I think. 155.5. Somewhere's around there, 150 something. And it ended up 62.57. So we didn't even hit the 120s. Just horrible. That was just whatever on that game. But we do have some stuff that we like today. And I'm going to scroll at the bottom. Bob, where's Bob? I had the Pistons. Where Bob? It's time to show up. The Wizards, really? Check your line, shop your lines for sure. But right, the Wizards. And I made my case yesterday and why I would be on them. And I am here reminding myself again, double digit spreads in the NBA. And here I am, Rockets minus 12. Because I'm just a glutton for punishment. Um, you know, wonderful. Um, NBA is small though, for me. I got involved in some basketball early, college basketball, and then I just never looked back. Um, we are on the Heat plus points. We're Pacers and the Sixers over. I mean, the Pacers just don't want to play D. So I hate taking Sixers overs, but 231 and a half. I'm rolling with that. Charlotte, I like against the Spurs. Spurs haven't been the same since Victor Wembanyama, whatever the guy's name is. Since he went out, they just, and I'm not saying just him. I mean, they've had multiple injuries, but Spurs don't look good. I'm on Charlotte. Um, Rockets, Mavericks. The Mavericks made that big trade. Anthony Davidson goes out, and they're just done. And now, I mean, I don't like that. The Mavs are just an auto against for me. And Houston's at home. I know that's not a big. It's not like the Mavericks got to travel real far to Houston, right? But I think the Rockets are this many points above better quality of a team than the Houston Rockets. So I'm on. I mean, then the Dallas Mavericks. I'm on the Rockets minus the big number. I'm laying it. It is what it is. Sacramento plus points. The Suns are bad, bad, bad. Like Pistons last year, bad. So I'm on the Sacramento Kings plus the points. I actually think they should be favored. I sprinkled the money line. I got Kings plus 3.5. I kind of like this the Kings straight up money line. If I have to give a dog of the day, that's my dog of the day. Would be the Sacramento Kings. I don't want to say that because then I feel like I jinx myself, but that would be. I just realized like there's all kinds of crap. I'm not gotta get my wife on that cleaning thing. That shit don't work for me. Let me just tell you. I talk a mean game, but let me just tell you. Um, the wife's in charge of this house. Thanks to an amazing second half by Villanova yesterday, didn't score the final 6+ minutes of the game. We cashed 22. I tried not to swear on the show, but that 22 out of 23 legs of a recreational sprinkle college parlay. Dialed it back a little today. I mean, 23 legs is that's not a 401k. That's not a lottery ticket. That's a honestly, when you get that serious talk. Serious talk. Uh this is serious money management shit. You should have round robin that shit. um Imagine like I mean, I'm just doing the math, but like that's a lot of money to spread to do all those bets and to round robin that far. I mean, that's a lot of bets. But if they're all $2 bets, let's just say, because $2 I think is my minimum. I think that's for everybody, but I think $2 is like the minimum you can bet online or like on an app or something. I don't know. But anyways, um, and I only know that because during Russian table tennis, you didn't want to get over involved. But I had some $2 bets out there just for some action. But yeah, round robin some stuff maybe. Might be something to look at. I mean, there's going to be I'm just trying to do the mathematical equation on how many bets that would be. Because it's got to be, where's my calculator? Here it is. So 23 times 22. 506 bets. It cost you $1,000 through those $2 bets. What do you get if you hit it? What would you have hit it? What was the odds if you would have took out one of them? Just any of them. Just any of them. Just one. You know I'm on that. During yes, 25 and a half points, rebounds, and I was pissed that I didn't follow because you put it up. You put it in the comment. I pulled it up, and then I was like, damn it, I missed it. But points or rebounds, sweat free. I like sweat free. What's the most you've seen the books out in Vegas let you parlay in person? Oh, so you can do a parlay card. They have parlay cards where it's like a sheet of paper. It looks like if you go play the lotto at in Michigan, you know, the Mega Millions cards, it looks like that. You just like fill in like a SAT thing, A, B, like you just fill in circles kind of thing with those 2-inch pencils. She gotta love a pencil. But on a straight parlay, I think I did 10 teams because I used to go through and like do 10-team parlays on like my just money line in the NFL. I would just pick 10 games and just money line, money line, money line, money line. And then and just throw $5 on it, right? And just whatever. And then but I'm a solid 8 to 9 out of 10 guy, right? And then I figured out some round robin shit. And that they would let me do that, but they wouldn't let me round robin all 10. I'm trying to think what the number was. I want to say it was 7 is the most I could do. Because I was throwing 50 a parlay on that at that time. And I don't know if they capped my parlay or they capped my wagering. Like, I know they capped my. I'll tell you what, Caesars caps my MLB plays on Nerfies and on Nerfies, not no bat ninth inning. They haven't got around to that yet, but they capped me for the last 2 seasons. Actually, the second half of 2 seasons ago, they capped me at $100 on a Nerfie. They would not let me bet more than that. But I think it was my casino house guy because he was kind of a dick. I ain't gonna lie. Me and him got into it a little bit over some things, but that's my fault. Don't try and be a big shot. You don't need a casino host. Fly under the weather or under the radar, not the weather. Fly under the radar, get yourself an account, and that's what I did. So, thought it was a big shot. I'd have a casino host and all that. That shit didn't work. That guy was like, no, we can't do all that. I was like, yeah, you can. I'm on KD over 26.5 points clear. Just 5 of the last 5 had the King usage. I expect offense in that. I expect the Kings to outlast Kevin Durant. That's what I basically, because the Suns have him and that's it. Like, I just don't feel like anything for the Suns at all. Didn't know you could make $2 bets. Yeah, in person, it might be that way. But I haven't went and did in-person bets in a minute. Unless I'm there. Like, I got some buddies coming in town next Thursday to watch some college basketball. I'm going to meet them up at a casino and watch some ball. I'll be able to, paper tickets, want some of that action. I got some friends coming in the following week. I'll be downtown doing some stuff. So I got 2 weeks in a row. I'll be downtown. That's like a lot for Lenny. You don't let Lenny out into the wild very often. Maybe not. Maybe now that I think about in person, you might have to do like a 5, $10. I don't know. Like I'll be throwing when I'm down there with like the guys on Thursday and we're putting in 8-hour shift at the sports book at the Durango Casino because that's where I'll be. Which by the way is on the other side of town for me. So I'd like to thank any one of my friends that are watching that decided that was the place we were going to watch that. Um, so now Lenny has to Uber back and forth because that's way too far for Lenny. Uh, Normally Lenny would just like Uber one way and wife would pick him up later, or wife would drop him off and Lenny would Uber back, whatever. But now, yeah, she's like, I'm not driving over there to get your ass. That's fine. So, yeah, you've had it because, yeah, they are worthless, dude. I had one and I'm not, whatever, at Caesars for real, signed up like when I could, whatever. I went down there, signed up with Allie Burns, our friend Allie Burns, went down there, whatever, signed up, action increased, and then I got a call. And it was like, hey, we'd like to reach out for you. Seeing a lot of activity on your account, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, because I have a Stations Casino, which is like a local casino that is like 2 blocks down the street. And I would go there every morning and just cash and then make my bets, and that was it, right? Or football season, I'd whatever, right? But it was 2 blocks. I mean, if Lenny got a little too sloppy at the sports book, Lenny could walk home. It ain't that far. And then pick my car up the next day from valet. Whatever. It was great. But and then Caesars, they called and they're like, oh yeah, it's that, and it's racking up points and you can get rewards and all that. I'm like, oh yeah, great. And then I've called that dude like 3 times and like tried to, hey, can got some people in town, I need a room, or I'd like to rent this, or I'd like to do this, or like my 50th birthday, I tried to rent a cabana and that dude was absolutely zero help. He offered me 10% off the cabana because of my play. And I'm like, for a local, I get 20% off just for having a local Nevada ID. So what are you doing for me? I'm like, is that on top of the 20%? And this guy was like, oh no, I didn't know you were local. I'm like, you didn't know I was local and you're my host? Okay. Like, can I talk to somebody else that does know I'm local? And he was like, and then it just went south from there. F that guy. You whatever. I might have been an asshole. I probably was an asshole. Whatever. I feel like when you run 20 grand through your casino in a season, you can kind of be a little bit of an asshole. But whatever. So college basketball still yet to play. George Mason, money line, just money line. That I know it's a little juicy, but I just want the money line. Creighton, I like Creighton tonight. Let's talk college basketball for a solid second here. God, hold on, let me pull this up. UConn, search UConn, it's easier. Here we go. Huskies, Blue Jays. First of all, I'm a sucker for Creighton Blue Jay. I'm a sucker for Creighton in general. I like DePaul coming into this Big East, right? Not to win the tournament, but to make noise in that tournament. That being said, they did. DePaul did that against Creighton. They did exactly what we thought they would do. 85-81. Creighton has to win that game in 2 overtimes. And the Huskies come through against Villanova, whatever about Villanova, but I think the Huskies are overrated, and I think Creighton's underrated. I mean, it's St. John's tournament to win. I think St. John's wins the Big East. I don't think anybody challenges them much but Creighton. But I like Creighton. I like Creighton tonight. I like Creighton to win. I got another dog I like. Another one that I've sprinkled the money line. Creighton straight up on the money line. I have them at plus 4.5. Put the points in your back pocket. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to put some teasers together with like the Sacramento Kings and Creighton Blue Jays, and add some points to that, don't hate that. They're both one's at 3.5, one's at 4.5. You can take them 7.5, 8.5 up. I don't hate that in a 2-team teaser, but I like Creighton. I like Creighton's money line. So UC San Diego minus a lot of points. Clemson money line. We talked about the NBA and the NHL. I don't have a lot on. I don't have a lot. College basketball has consumed me. I didn't like today's NHL slate. And that's no BS. I don't like the Oilers. I like a lot of draws tonight. But I don't want to go through and just throw money on draws. But I'll tell you right now, I like the Oilers and the Islanders. I think that could be a draw type game. I think Colorado-Calgary could be a draw game. Dallas and Winnipeg could be a draw game. And the Predators, Ducks, nothing jumped off the page. Utah, I like them money line. The Utah Hockey Club is a much better hockey team or hockey club on the road. And the Kraken aren't over impressive at home, 15-15-4. Mediocre at best. Utah 16-12-4 on the road. I like Utah. Short price for Utah. I got it at like minus 130, 140-ish. Where in Utah? I got minus 145. It's at 150 now. My bad. Thought it was minus 130-ish, but I'm on it. I don't have a problem paying that juice. Some people tell you not to. Whatever. You do you, Pikachu. The Red Wings, I alternate spreaded. I talked about this. Alternate spread +2. I do like the over. If you can find 5.5, by all means, take it. This is why you shop your lines. There's a 6.5 available. That's a whole ass 2 goals. You got to get to 6 to 7. So that's a big jump in spread. I see a lot of 6s out there, minus 110. Like MGM has 6 at minus 105. DraftKings has 6.5 at plus 105. FanDuel has 6 at even money plus 100. Caesars 6 minus 110. ESPN 5.5 minus 135. Circa, which you guys don't have, unless you're in Vegas, is at 6 too. So shop your lines. 5.5, you want to play a little juice. If it lands on 6, I might just do the 6. If it lands on 6, I put that push in my back pocket, but I get a little bit of plus money if it goes over. So depends on where you want to go. I probably should be on this, but I'm on the Red Wings +2 because I think they could lose this game 3-2 in overtime because they have no business being in this game. None. Like, they just don't. The Hurricanes are a NHL. They have cup aspirations. We talk about that a lot. They have cup intentions. The Red Wings do too, don't get me wrong, but their intentions are to make the playoffs. Nobody's sitting around in the locker room talking about cups. They're talking about making the playoffs. That's a different intention than Carolina's locker room talking about Stanley Cups. You know what I mean? So there's a different intent, like motivation or whatever you want to call it, priorities. Like the Red Wings are trying to get into a wild card spot. Carolina's trying to hurry up and fast forward to the playoffs kind of situation. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense. I'm just saying. And looking at the let's look at the NHL standings real quick. Wild card. Carolina with 82 points, the Red Wings with 68 points. So, I mean, Carolina's not going to catch Washington, in my opinion. I mean, they're 12, 13 points at 12 ahead of them. I don't think the Devils are going to catch Carolina. We're 4 points behind them, so I feel like Carolina's pretty much solidified where they're going to be. And I think that's how that finishes in the Metro is Washington, Carolina Devils. I mean, Ottawa and Columbus are the wild cards there. And I mean that literally, they are the wild card teams, but the Rangers are 70. Here's how the wild card. Ottawa 75 points, Columbus 70, second wild card spot 70 points. Rangers have 70, Montreal, hit the like button, has 69, Red Wings have 68, Bruins have 68. So I mean, the Eastern Conference is not locked up by any means. Okay. There's some movement going to happen in that conference. Some real big movement, I think. Which again, I kind of plays into my Utah play. This game means more for Utah than it does for Seattle, who in my opinion is out of the playoff race, not officially, but out of it. Where Utah's not. They're not. And they're 2 points behind a wild card spot. So I like Utah, motivational factor. Same thing with Red Wings. That's where I'm at. My degenerate ass will probably sprinkle on the Red Wings at plus whatever, but I mean, you can get them even money and plus 1.5. But I don't hate the over 5.5. I worry this is a game. It gets over if the Red Wings get their ass kicked. That's how this game goes over. Carolina scores 5. 4 at least. It does not go over because of the Red Wings. That makes sense. Jonathan says Cavs -2. Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah. I don't hate it. I stayed away from that Celtics game. Or no, I have the Heat. Right? I was thinking of the other day. Sorry. I have the Heat on that game, but I got +8. So like I see the Cavs winning -2. Or no, I'm looking at the Celtics. What am I talking about? Oh, Memphis. Yeah, that's what I stayed away from the Cavs game. Sorry. Hockey, I can't do Carolina. I mean, I don't see it. I just don't. And the Avs, I wanna Calgary is live. Calgary is live against the Avs. And again, maybe it's a draw type spot. You know what I mean? Tough one for the Red Wings tonight, but you never know. This is a show it kind of game. You know, if you want to be considered a contender for a playoff spot, show up tonight. That's what I'm saying. This locker room's got to be like raring to go. I might take. Oh, that's a good bet. Let me look at this first period. That's too juicy. Red Wings, a goal first period, over a half, -135, -145. I might get down on that because I think they got to come out hot. They have to come out hot. NHL blind spot for me today. Any picks you really like? Utah. That's really that jumped off the page for me was Utah. Other than that, we talked about the Red Wings, Hurricanes, Oilers, Islanders. I might sprinkle the draw. Dallas, Winnipeg might sprinkle the draw. Colorado, Calgary might sprinkle the draw. I really only got to hit one of those because they're going to be all let's do this. Let's experiment on a quarter unit for the draw on Oilers Islanders plus 322. Quarter unit on Dallas Winnipeg at plus 319. And then quarter unit on Cavs Calgary. And that's plus 349. So there's not quite a whole you know what? And I'm just for shits and giggles, I'm going to throw a quarter unit on Red Wings Carolina. So that gives us a full unit, one full unit, quarter units all the way across 4 NHL games, 4 of the 6. I just really got to hit one to break even. If 2 go into overtime, we're in good money. It does. It does, doesn't it? It does. So I won't take Islanders plus money, but I won't jump on that obvious looking low price. Yeah, no, you're welcome. That's why I kind of like the only thing that really jumped off at me was Utah right out the page because I've been just consumed with college basketball. So, everything kind of the only thing that really jumped out was that. So I'm gonna get back to some college basketball. I appreciate everybody stopping by. We'll be back Monday. Wear your green. Wear your green. Wear your green. St. Patty's Day. Paddy with a D in it. There's no T in St. Patty's Day. There's Paddy. All right. Good luck unless you're against me. We'll have some hopefully Big Ten champion, tournament champion, Michigan State Spartans. And we'll have lines. We'll be talking dance. We will be talking the dance on Monday. Good luck unless you're against me. See you Monday.